The Hairy and Scary update for Grounded 2 is incoming on the 30th of September. Of course, you've already seen the teasers for Axel and streamers and people in the testing phase of it right now, showing off the tarantula fight and maybe even the Mantis armor. So including them, I've got 8 big things that I really love about the Hairy and Scary update I'm sharing with you today. Let's go. All weavers now allow you to jump off from great heights and take no full damage. At the same time, they have nerfed the little trick where you are able to jump off your buggy just before landing, and ant soldiers still will cause you maybe some harm if you jump off from a great height. No damage does only apply to the All Weavers, but it's still a great move and addition, making the All Weaver even more valuable. You no longer need snail shells to go ahead and repair your snail armor. Instead, you're going to need their eye stalks. Now these are kind of rare to drop from them, so make sure you're using your scanner to explicitly search for the eye stalks, not snail slime. With a bit of luck, you'll be able to get some after killing a few of the big, larger snails, because don't forget the small baby ones don't have any eye stalks. Stunning the snail is your best bet. The pinch whacker's pretty much OP, just get in there really quick. It's definitely more a bit of a pain to go and repair your snail armor, but at least you can go ahead and repair it now. There's finally some new furniture added. We've got a whole bunch of stuff now to do with pine, plus a brand new scorpion lamp and bed. While it might not seem necessary right now if you're a minimalist kind of guy, they should be adding cozy back to the game in future, so it's definitely going to be worth having some of these things around, or at least the resources to build it when it does get added. So even if you're not into decorations, this is something you don't want to forget. There's a brand new pine table, pine stool and a pine chair. My favourite 2 pieces though are the wolf spider rug and this weird trophy that I thought might have some sort of secret use, but no, it's simply just a skull. On the public test branch at the moment, which you can take part in on Xbox and PC, click on the video link in the comments down below to see how. There is a bit of a bug in using some of the chairs though, so if you're going to try them out, make sure you've got a tuft, and hopefully this will be fixed by the time the update goes live for everyone. Just make sure you don't press the jump button when sitting down. Part of the Hairy and Scary update is Grounded 2's first event. These follow on from the original, having special seasonal items that would often give you some sort of reward. But this time it is of course a pumpkin that's going to give you a trick or treat. You'll need to go and buy it from the science shop for 250 raw science, then use the resource scanner to find candy corn pieces. There should be a guaranteed one at least on the picnic table if it's not appearing in your resource analyzer for some reason. Tier 2 hammer will break it open and you need 10 of these pieces to make the pumpkin. Every 12 hours you'll get a special treat bag or maybe even a trick. It's got a chance of spawning various different items. You'll get a bag of bug parts including things like roach chunk, all weaver chunks, maybe scorpion, mite fangs and unstable goo, or you can get a gross bag which will be caterpillar goop, garden snail slime or grub sludge. But what you may be really after is assorted candies giving you some chocolate chunks, fresh donut pieces, cookie sandwiches and gum, or candy on their own, some mint shards or spicy shards, but also having a chance to drop their trinkets. I have done a little mini guide on this, so go and check it out right now, but I'll probably follow up with a full detailed one once the update goes live on the 1st October. But right now, according to the wiki, it definitely has a chance of also dropping upgrade rocks, not just tier 1 but tier 2. So go ahead and make one of these on the 1st October for sure. Don't make more than one though, because it doesn't count, you won't necessarily get more bags. And if you're really unlucky, you might get attacked by a spiderling or a mite. Not the most challenging creatures, but yeah, it can happen. This will last the whole year round, although you may not necessarily get the bags anymore, it just will be used as a light source until October swings round again. They've also added plenty of spooky sound effects and a special nighttime sky imitating 70s and 80s horror movies, and this will finish at the end of October. A whole bunch of quality of life improvements are making a big difference. You can now hot pouch and access inventory while riding your buggy. And there should be a new button added that you'll be able to hot pouch while you're looking inside your inventory as well, although that wasn't part of the first wave of PTB. And there is now a brand new build system. I gotta say, I'm not a fan, hence why I'm not really listing it as 10 of the best things. But I do appreciate it is new and maybe I'll get used to it and enjoy it a lot more in the future. And something maybe a bit harder to exactly pinpoint, but it does look like nights have got a little bit shorter and days are lasting a little bit longer, with effectively dawn and dusk lasting a bit shorter now. So hopefully giving you more time before you have to start getting your torches out. And good news for resources growing through foundations, they shouldn't do now as long as the foundations are high enough. A whole ton of improvements have been added with building and various other bits. And for sure, the Mantis armour is definitely one of my favourite things. Absolutely loving this set, probably the go-to now to take on Axel, bar maybe Snail armour. I love the parts for this. I love the actual critical haste. It gives you faster hits when you ever perform a critical. That's for the chest piece and legs, and of course the helmet is got gas guard. But yeah, pair this with dual wielding or the pinchwagger or the Scarlet Embrace, and you've got a great critical hit build that can be used in multiple ways. And for sure, I do recommend you give it a whirl facing off against Axel. It really does make a big difference, especially on Axel's weak point with that extra critical hit chance. Really is good. And you may not think these are necessarily good things, but the Mantis health and Wolf Spider health has been increased, and I think it was needed. Considering these are meant to be quite alpha and hard to find tier 3 creatures, they were relatively easy to kill. I think the Mantis still needs a bit of work, to be honest, especially with the tier 3 armor I've got. Even with the nerfs to a lot of the critical hit stuff, it's actually relatively easy to take on still. And for sure you'll notice the difference with the Wolf Spider. Some of you guys are reporting that it seems to be doing more damage against you. Well, not technically according to the data mine files. Patch notes also just list it as increasing both the Mantis and Wolf Spider's health. Obviously the longer you're fighting him, and with the reduction in some armors and some stats for stuff, it may feel like you're taking more damage. And of course, finishing off with Axel. Yes, I'm absolutely loving the new boss fight. Maybe not the new armour, can't lie. I think it's a little bit weak sauce and not really fitting my style. Effectively being a Beastmaster, giving you extra bonuses and abilities for your buggy and yourself while fighting in tandem. So I think you really have to lean into that and really make it work. The armour really looks cool, and I'm hoping we get some sort of transmog system in the future. But that aside, there's no denying the Axel boss fight is a hell of a lot of fun. It's got really unique different phases, and while it's a little bit easy after your first shock at taking it on, we've still got time. The devs are going to be upgrading and updating it soon with another patch before it's released for everyone on the 30th. So you may want to get in now while it's relatively easier, that's for sure. Things to note are it won't have a venom stage until phase 3, so you won't need as many antidotes as you might think. Its weak spot really is weak against all sorts of things, including the pinchwagger, crimson sword, or any kind of dual wielding gear. All just about getting as many quick hits in as possible and crits. And I love the phase where it starts pretty much eating poor caterpillars that have been somehow brought into life for it to gain some health. It's relatively easy to cheese the actual hairs that it throws just by phasing through them like this. So we'll have to wait and see if the full update has that actually nerfed or not. But yeah, absolutely monstrous size of the creature. Really excited about what they can do with bigger bosses like these in the future. And hopefully maybe the armor set and the bow itself as well gets a little bit more of a buff. But for sure, the spear that you get from killing Axel is absolutely amazing. So there you go. Let me know what you think about the PTB if you've been seeing tubers play it or you're playing it yourself. And of course, the full update, as I said, goes live at the end of the month on the 30th of September. If there's any big changes, I'll do separate videos taking a look at all the patches. If you want really nitty gritty details on everything that's been changed, then go and check out my full patch notes video I did. So until next time, Ratbags, I'll catch you later.